Bull running, not to be confused with Bull Run or Bull Run 2, Manassas Boogaloo, is a long-standing tradition, but how, and more importantly, why? Okay, so bull running is just one in a long line of bull-related activities like bull jumping, bull baiting, bull shitting, bull riding. You get the point. Bull running started out as a way to get bulls through town from the meadow to the butcher, and they've been run in cities across Spain, Mexico, England, India, and Indonesia, pretty much spread out everywhere. But if we're going to talk about bull running, there's two we really need to talk about, Pamplona and Stamford. Stamford, England held a bull running festival yearly on St. Brice's Day, which is November 13th by the way, and it's believed to date back to the 1200s, but the first documented proof of it is in 1389. And it lasted quite a while because it wasn't eventually brought to an end until 1839, mostly because it had become not so much about bulls, but more about getting drunk, slaughtering the bull for a feast, and doing stupid shit. And though they did eventually build barriers and make a course for the bull to follow, people ran along with them to keep them moving, by the way. For a while at first, there were no barriers, and the people that ran with them were normal people going about their business when a bull being chased by men on horseback and dogs came charging at them. And when it ended, I mean troops were brought in to stop it, and the town only agreed to end it after they were informed that they would have to pay for the soldiers to be there, which would of course be ridiculously expensive. And that brings us to the bull run most people know about, the running of the bulls in Pamplona, Spain, known as encierro, which means confinement. This is done as part of San Fermin, a festival held yearly from July 6th until the 14th, and is meant to celebrate Saint Fermin. Who was Saint Fermin? Well, he was the son of a Roman senator that lived in the 3rd or 4th century, who became a holy man and ended up being martyred around 303 during the Diocletian persecutions. He is also the patron saint of Pamplona, but here's the really fun part, he's not real. Yeah, he never existed. He was made up in the 9th century, and the festival in his name began in 1196. Now, when the festival started, it was quite different from today. There were fairs held by merchants, and the bulls being brought in and slaughtered was a completely separate event, but in 1591, they were merged together to create the modern San Fermin. Fun fact, the typical outfit worn for the running, which is technically runnings because they take place every day from the 7th till the 14th, is what I'm wearing. White clothes to signify the purity of the saint, and a red handkerchief around the neck to symbolize his beheading. Typically, it's 6 bulls that run per day. They're pushed along by 6 steers, which are bulls that have been castrated, and the course is just over half a mile long, taking an average of 3 minutes to complete. And it ends with the bulls entering the bull ring, where later on they are killed during the evening's bullfights. And by killed, I mean slowly bled to death. Don't get me wrong, it's a different culture and we all do things differently, but man, bullfights are pretty hard to watch. Oh, and they average between 50 and 100 injuries per year, and since 1910, when they started keeping count, 15 people have died. 14 by goring, and one unlucky 17-year-old that was suffocated in 1977. By rule, you have to be over 18 to participate and not be drunk. Well, not too drunk.